Yo, what's up guys, IDeVaste here. I hope everyone is doing fine, and let's get straight to today's builds. We're talking here about lit fire builds to warm up everyone's asses cause we got some snowy cold winters going on. With the launch of Arc Tempered Teostra this week for the PC guys, we're finally able to use 90% of all the PS4 builds. This is just amazing. The only thing that will keep you away from using the PS4 builds was using the crit element at the same time and the Teostra Master's Touch, because the gamma parts are just so good and they're usable instead of the Drachen, so you can get both crit element and Master's Touch. So the first build is the strongest yet in the game. It's from the Kjarr Fire Daggers. Yes, I know it's a spark, but actually I wanted to make this build for the Fire Daggers, the Kjarr, because the game somehow hates me and I didn't drop it yet. It's always like this, that you don't get the weapons you play the most with, or the ones you want, you don't get them. Doesn't matter if you do 500 or 1000 runs like me. So I just replaced the jewels with blaze jewels, and this is pretty much the best one to use in the game yet. I tried to make the builds as comfortable as possible for everyone. For example, there was another combination of sets to get the same amount of skills, and using 4 attack jewels, I went with the one where you just always need just 1 attack jewel, because there are different combinations. And so I tried to pick up the easiest one, and for example, if you don't have handicraft, you just can replace that. It doesn't really matter, it's still infinite white sharpness. These builds, I always do like infinite sharpness builds. It's always the 50% base affinity and 50% from weakness exploit. Now moving on to the second build, again a weapon from Kulvetarov. This one's actually needs 3 element, but damn, these daggers are so strong. I used them on the video this I made right now. It's from my Valhazak speedrun, and it's actually my fastest time with these. I haven't tried the new ones, the Kjarr, but this is definitely the strongest fire blades after them. So 3 free element to get that maximus capacity of the fire, 2 fire attack jewels, Teostra's technique and Rastalos mastery, of course, for the infinite sharpness. You don't want to play dual blades without infinite sharpness. These have a total of 294 damage, 45 base affinity, 230 fire element capacity, and very good white sharpness. So like I said, with Master's Touch your white sharpness won't go away that easy. Now moving on to the third build, it's Tarot Dagger's Rage. Now Rage is aka Anyanaf weapons. So those are exactly the same like the Anyanaf. They have pretty bad affinity but very good fire element. Now again, 3-piece Teostra for Teostra's technique, 2 for Rattalos mastery crit element. Pretty simple build, not many of jewels needed that are hard to get, besides the handicraft maybe. This has a total of 332 damage. Now this is crazy on this one, and it has also 310 fire element. The problem on this one, like I said, it has a really bad affinity. It's just 15% affinity. I recommend you to use 1 affinity augmentation to go to 25%, and 1 health regeneration, always a second or as first if it's rarity 8 weapon. So damage wise, they're crazy. The fourth build is the Sins. Now these were probably my first and my favorite ones I used in the game. I actually fight the Kirin with this. It was such a pain because dual blades are really bad to fight Kirin. It's better to use a hammer or a grease sword. So again, pretty much the same build. You need again 3 element ammo up. The damage on these ones is not bad. It's 262. They have very good affinity, 55%. So you're always gonna get crits if you hit weak spots, and 230 fire element and full white sharpness, so you don't need any handicraft jewels for this one. Moving on to the last build, the Lava Cyclones 2. Now to be honest, I've never tried this, but they have pretty good stats. Now the problem is, to make this build I had to use the Azure Starlord armor. A lot of people probably not gonna have this, but there was an event. I mean, it will come back again on spring from the US3 event, because every season like all events get out again. so you're gonna get it for sure. Again, if you don't have that, just use another Rathalos part. It's absolutely no problem, but this one you just win 1 jewel or 1 more skill. Now latent power on this one, latent power, like I said, on long fights it's crazy good, but mostly you're gonna kill the monster under 5 minutes, so it's not gonna activate, but it's a free skill, so why not. Crit element, master's touch, 290 base attack, 35 base affinity. Now with affinity increase it will be 45, so you will be at 95 with weakness exploit, almost infinite sharpness on weak spots, a little bit of white sharpness, so you get that extra % of damage, and 200 fire element, not that bad. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video again today. I hope everyone could find a build that he can possibly make. I'm so glad that the guys got finally the Teostra Gamma Pad, so I can make build for both consoles at the same time. This is just amazing. It was such a struggle to make a different for each one. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like and comment, leave some feedback what you think of my videos, and be sure to turn notifications on and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future content of me. And of course, stay fire and have a nice day.